Hello, hi, welcome everybody to another afternoon session. Meet the Momo Code finalists. We have Rita here today in the hot seat, here to share her experiences. And welcome to all our attendees and our audience members who are here to obviously experience Rita's journey. So, hi Rita, how are you doing today?
Hi, Suzanne. I'm doing great.
Oh, fantastic, fantastic. It's so nice to see you again. I know we haven't seen each other for a while, so it's lovely to actually see you again. So, yeah,
Yeah,
let's kick off and have our first question. So, our first question is please give a brief introduction about you, where you're from, your tech stack, and your tech journey prior to starting the JUUBIX Global TechSprint Leadership Program. Over to you, Rita.
sure. Thank you so much, Susan. So, my name is Ritta Sweta, and I'm from Kenya. So, my tech stack is Ruby on Rails, React, and JavaScript. Before joining JUUBIX, I had just finished I had joined Microverse. So I had done Microverse, but again, I took a break from Microverse. Then I did customer service for about 1 year and a half, and then I left the customer service, and then I came back to Microverse. So by the time you were contacting me now, I had resumed back to Microverse, and I was in my JavaScript module. Yeah, yeah, that's it. Have I left any else?
Fantastic, fantastic. And like in terms of like obviously software, software development, did would like to hear more about your family background? Did this influence you in any way in terms of the career that you pursued?
Interestingly, in my family, there's no one, I don't know of anyone who has done software development. So for me, it was scary, and it was also scary for my mom. So my father was an architect, and then my mother is a clinical officer, so coming from the medical field. So when I told her that I wanted to pursue like computer science, my mother was like, "What course is that? Are you sure you want to pursue that, or will you become a teacher after doing that course?" So she was like, "No, why don't you just do nursing here in a nearby university, and then once you're done with nursing, I'm sure I'll be able to connect you to a job. I'll use my connection and connect you to my job and all that." So I told her no. I was just like adamantly, I want computer science. Yeah. So my family didn't play a great part, but maybe what I can do in the future is that coming from, I also never knew about software development. I came to know about software development later in life after campus. No, sorry, after high school. So in the future, maybe I'll create more awareness about software development so that most people in the villages or where I'm coming from, most people don't know about this course. Most people think that when you do something like computer science, you become maybe a teacher of computer or something like that. But I want to create more awareness and also bring more ladies to the field. Yeah.
I love that you talked on the gender equality and bringing more females into this field. I mean, as a female yourself, I mean, I know your experience is, grown over, time, but how's your experience been, as a female working in this field?
It's interesting because for some of the jobs, like the job that I got immediately after JUUBIX, I got it courtesy of being a female. Because in that company, they didn't have a female software developer. So when there were many applicants, I stood out because I was female, and it felt so nice because in that company, I was the only female. Yeah. So, but sometimes again, you can like you have to overprove. Sometimes I feel like you have to overprove that you can do what a man can do, you know? Yeah, but generally it's good. And generally there are positive side about being a female in the tech field, and there's also a negative side. Yeah, based on how you look at it, it can give you an upper hand, and sometimes it can give you a downer side. Yeah.
Okay, okay,
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah.
Um, let's go into our next question. So our next question is, what made you choose to participate in the JUUBIX GTLP in the first place? Like, why did you consider joining the program?
Okay, so first of all, when you reached out to me on LinkedIn, when I saw that you do blockchain, and that got my attention because then um, I had heard about blockchain. So I wanted to know, so what is blockchain? So, like, that curiosity of knowing, wanting to know what is blockchain and how you implementing it in your app or in your products, the JUUBIX app products, or. So that curiosity wanted me to join because I wanted to learn more about blockchain. I wanted to learn more about the Web3, and that's that basically. And apart from that, the fact that I was learning in microverse, I wanted to put into practice what I had already done in microverse. I wanted to put it into practice. Yeah, so that was it for me. But basically, blockchain is what got my attention. Yeah.
Fantastic, Rita. So, when you participated in the JUUBIX GTLP, what areas did you cover? Did you cover back end, front end? What areas were the most contributions felt by yourself?
So for me, in JUUBIX, what I contributed was that I came up with the ERD diagrams uh, to make sure that the people in the development team and everyone in the team understood the product. So like making sure everyone understood the logic behind the JUUBIX application. So I remember coming up with that ERD diagram, and I remember doing presentations about it. Yeah, it was fantastic. It was amazing. The feedback I got from the team members was really amazing. And also, apart from that, I also did a lot of research in terms of the skills and interest to ensure that all users were catered for, so that whenever user is matched to another person, a collaborator or an investor, uh, their skills or their interest is fully catered so that no one is left out. Yeah, and also apart from that, I was also involved in the front end part, whereby I remember Donald assigning me tasks for the front end development using React, and it was really amazing. Yes, I loved it. Yeah.
I think Donald referred to you guys as the Powerpuff Girls. He's
Yeah.
like, no, the girls will handle it. The girls are amazing. Yeah, so I remember there was a lot of synergy between the teams, and that was really nice to see because obviously you've got, like we talked about the gender stuff, right?
Yeah.
You've got the
Yeah.
guys, really empowering the women and the women really empowering the guys. So it was really good to
Yeah.
see that,
Yeah.
real inclusion.
Yeah.
Yeah, that leads nicely into my next question. So, what resources were you provided? So, obviously, you were, thrown into this program. What resources, what support were you provided, during your time in the program?
Yeah, so I remember like there were mentors. We were introduced to mentors like every week, and they gave us feedback. I remember uh, one of them uh, gave me the suggestion of using a ERD diagram and how to go about it. I remember them complimenting me about the work that I'd done, and it was really amazing. The feedback and the mentors that we always had every week. And also, apart from that, I also had a team, like I'd mentioned earlier, Donald, Ricky, and so many others. Tuba, we could collaborate together. And up to date right now, I still like communicate with them. So, like, even in my current place of work, sometimes whenever I'm stuck, I can reach out to them because I know their strength. So, I can, whenever I'm stuck somewhere and I remember this one could help me, this one did it before, I can easily reach them out and they can unblock me. Yeah. So it was really amazing. That is really amazing. Up to date, I find that very resourceful, and I'm thankful to JUUBIX. Yeah.
Oh, I love that. I love that. It's like the JUUBIX family. Oh, oh gosh.
Yeah.
So that actually leads me nicely into our next question. Did you feel that the GTLP was, inclusive and diverse? And if so, why?
Yes, I felt it was inclusive and diverse because, first of all, like we had developers or a team of people from different parts of the world, despite the gender, despite the race, we all felt accepted. So I got to interact with different people. You see, as a female, I was also given leadership opportunities. Being a female or being a black did not hinder me from being a leader, or it did not hinder me from, working with JUUBIX. Yeah, so I appreciate that. There's no point I felt discriminated about my color or my gender, which is so amazing. Yeah,
Amazing, amazing, amazing.
yeah, yeah.
Let's go to our next question. So our next question is, what do you think of the JUUBIX solution itself? So actually the product that you are contributing and building. What do you think about what it could do in terms of the world, in terms of, recruitment, etc.? What do you think that JUUBIX would be able to help or support?
Yeah, I feel like JUUBIX is a great solution. The reason why I think it's great is because one of the reasons is that with the JUUBIX application, for instance, a person who has skill from whichever part of the world, whether in Kenya, in Nigeria, in England, wherever they are, you with your skill, you can come to the JUUBIX app and you can get connected to a company. You can get connected to an investor. An investor can get in touch with you and support you in your skill. A company can reach out to you with your skill. You get to interact with people who you share the same skills and the same interest. You're able to exchange ideas. You're able to meet with people who you could have never met before as a result of distance. So that's why I feel it's great. Yeah, and I can't wait to see what is really in store for us. Yeah.
Amazing, amazing. So, going to our next question. So, obviously, you participated on the JUUBIX Global TechSprint Leadership Program. But what have you been involved in since completing the program? So, in terms of obviously your progress at work, as well as any other courses that you've taken, any other interests that you've participated in.
Mhm. Yeah, after the JUBIX program, I have been, as I said earlier on, one of the reasons why I was interested in JUBIX was the blockchain bit. So I got an opportunity to participate in DLT Talents. It deals with blockchain and Web3. So I got to learn more about it. And also, apart from that, you remember also you were working with cloud development. I was also interested in that. So I also joined a program by Google Scholarship, Google Africa Scholarship, whereby they partners with Pluralsight. I was able to take some of the courses for cloud development, and I'm so proud about that. And also, I also got an opportunity. I got a job, and I worked with Virtual Pay, whereby I worked as a software developer. And while working at Virtual Pay, I basically used the Django framework, and it was such a great opportunity. And also, apart from that, I've worked with also Equip Technique remotely. So also where I was able to interact with different people from different parts of the world. And I'm so proud of the experiences that I got from JUUBIX. Yes.
Wow, it seems like you've been very busy, Rita. That's what we like to hear. That's what we like to hear,
Yeah,
upwards and
yeah,
onwards, progression is, a day by day, month by month. It's something that happens over your lifetime. You're never an
yeah,
expert. We don't classify people as experts. We classify people as talented, right? So,
yes,
being a talented individual, you're improving that learning experience every day. So
true.
yeah, it's really inspiring to see that you've also gone further to learn more and educate yourself further in terms of the interests that you are looking to work with on. So yeah,
True.
nice for that. um, so yeah, that leads us to our next question. Are there any insights you would like to share with upper and aspiring software developers, so people that kind of were where you were? What would you be your advice or inspirations to them, or any insights you might want to share in terms of your experience?
Yeah, so far, so far, as for me, what I have found to be very important, or what I have found to be working for me, is that having a community is really important. Because for the jobs that I got, and even for the opportunities that I've mentioned that I was able to work with, all those I was connected to by people in the software development. So you see, I feel like if I was not connected with them, or if I was not like, you have to get in touch with them. I had to reach out to someone in software development, so that they could assist me. So maybe they shouldn't shy away from reaching out for assistance from someone who has gone ahead of them, and they should really invest in that mentorship, or reaching out to people who are in the field, or reaching out to people who have done what they want to do. I find it out to be important. Investing in people is really, really important, because sometimes it's the people who will take you to the places that you want. You cannot, no man is an island. You need people. And also, in terms of people, I have, as I said earlier on again, whenever I am stuck in a project, or whenever I've been given a project, I'm able to reach out to someone, and get help, compared to if I was working alone. So working with people with the same interest, with the same values, is really,
Mm,
really important. And yeah, somebody should not take it for granted, or take that seriously. Yes, it's important. Yes, that is one of
absolutely.
my plannings.
Absolutely. I mean, in terms of teamwork, what would you say is the five most important things that, someone needs to have or someone needs to include while, dealing with a team environment?
Okay, that's a good question. So, great communication skills. You need to communicate what you feel, your idea, like communicate it in the most effective way, and putting into consideration where other people are coming from. And also, apart from great communication skills, you need to be um, like open-minded, you know. Uh, don't be like closed with your own ideas. Be open about other people's idea. Be inclusive, be inclusive, be diverse, as JUUBIX is, yeah. And always support other people's ideas. As much as you could have your own ideas, learn to
Mm,
support others. you know Learn, be a good collaborator. Do your part, let other people do their part. Don't like overdo and then you're stepping into somebody else. You're not giving another person an opportunity to learn, or another person an opportunity to grow. So I feel that those or what I have mentioned is really, really important when working in a team. Yes, just allowing
absolutely.
people to grow. Think of others to be better than you are, so that you can also learn from them. Yeah.
Absolutely. I couldn't agree with you more, Rita. Definitely, it's
Yeah.
important to, make people have a sense of belonging.
Yeah.
Belonging is such an important part. When you talked about now you feel like you have a community, it's
Yeah.
not actually just a community, it's a place where you feel that you belong. So you
Yeah.
feel like you belong with this community and they belong to you too, right? Because you can now
Yeah.
access them, like you said, when
Mm.
you're in need, or if they're in
Yeah.
need as well, there might be some
Yeah.
qualities that you could offer, right? So it
Yes.
might not be every day, working, but it could just be an ad hoc thing where, you need someone to explain to you or help you problem shoot. You can just be like, oh, Todd, or whoever it may be, can you jump in? So it's really good. It's really cool.
Yeah.
Um, Going on to our last question. So our last question is: do you see yourself as a future leader, and if so, why?
Yes. I am a leader because
Oh, I like that. I am a leader. Do you hear that? I am. Yeah, go ahead, Rita. Yes.
yes, because as I said earlier on, um, I intend, or I have future plans on how I would want to bring change in my community. Change in the technology space, in terms of the culture, and also in terms of just creating an awareness, because still I feel like where I'm coming from, still it has not yet the technology space has not yet been fully maximized, or most people are not aware about it. And I feel like we are able to create a lot of opportunities and create jobs for the youths in the technology space. So that is what I'll be focusing on. And also, I intend to um, I intend to support a lot of young people into the technical space. And because of that, I think I'm a great leader. Yes.
Fantastic, fantastic. So,
Yeah.
did you hear that, audience? If you want to support Rita in actualizing this project, please do reach out to her,
Yeah.
and there could be some collaborative opportunities there. But yeah, I want to thank you again for coming on the show this afternoon, Rita, and thank you to our
Yeah.
audience. But any last remarks or like a quote or anything you want to say, just as a last remark, just to like round up the interview today?
Sure. So for me, I would want to thank you, Susan, for reaching out to me on LinkedIn, for asking me to join JUUBIX. I'll forever be grateful for that opportunity. And
My
again,
pleasure.
thank you so much for having me today. I'm so much grateful. Thank you so much, Susan.
Oh, thank you so much, Rita. Take care. And thank you to our audience for listening to Rita's experience today. And yeah, we look forward to collaborating further with you in the future, Rita. And have a
Yeah.
great rest of your afternoon. Take care, everybody. Bye,
Take care.
everybody.
Thank you. Bye bye. Thank you.